Oh wow, really? Wow. Wow. Okay. And that was my first realization of like, wow, I had no idea, blindfold on and blindfold comes off. And then I'm like, what button do I push? Because again, I haven't played a video game in like 15 years. So I have no idea what outfits you're talking about or anything like that. Well,
Welcome to our
hello,
first
everybody.
episode. Yes, we got Phillip Andrew as our very first guest on Behind the Morpher, a PRCLIPS podcast.
Guys,
Yeah,
what is going on? Wild Access, Wild Force Power Rangers, man.
yeah. I actually didn't tell this to Phillip, but Wild Force was actually the first season of Power Rangers I ever watched.
Oh, wow, really? Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. And now, did you go back and watch the previous ones,
yeah. I watched every
or
season.
did you? Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. So you watched all 30 seasons?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
only a little
Good
bit of every
God,
couple
man.
though.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of time, man. Can I get your time and put it on my hands, please? Because that's a lot of seasons, man.
Yeah, it is a lot. The
Yeah.
newest season is
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, thanks for being a fan, and I'm happy to be on your show, and it means a lot, and just to the Power Ranger community, it's just great to talk to fans and interact with them. I do it on my Twitch, YouTube, and also Instagram. My Lunar Wolf shop site, lunarwolf.shop. We're doing the Zanaku crystals right now and everything. So it's really an honor to talk to you guys. I really like it. So yeah, it's awesome.
So yeah, yeah, go check out Philip's socials. He's on YouTube at the Lunar Wolf Den.
Yep,
He's also on
correct. Yeah.
Twitch
Mhm.
and I guess Instagram too.
Yes, Instagram is Phillip Andrew official.
So yeah, the first thing we're gonna talk about is of course Power Rangers when you were on set.
Okay.
So here's a fun fact. I believe, or at least that's what I heard of. But Philip's character Merrick was the first ever Power Rangers on screen with a beard.
Yes, yes. So Wild Force was the 10th season of Power Rangers, and yes, I was the first from what I've known, been told. Again, I haven't watched a whole lot of other seasons, but we're trying to recreate that during Twitch and everything. But yeah, apparently I was the first one to have facial hair of a male Power Ranger, and well, I guess yeah. But it was awesome because I hate being clean shaven. I really don't like it. It's just I've just never liked it. So when I got word that I was gonna have a goatee and everything, and which I still sport today, going to cons. And then the hair. I mean, like and I'm kind of like Merrick still right now and everything. And but I love the fact that I had facial hair. I thought that was really super cool. And then of course the outfit, and then just being a wolf. I was always a wolf fan. You know, just growing up as a kid, I was enthralled by wolves. I mean, it was just the species of the animal was just, there's a lot to it. Really, really, just like my character, really dark, mysterious, and so it was a really. I was very blessed to have gotten that role in that. So it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so What does it feel to be like, oh, you're the 10th team of, well, not really the 10th team, the 10th season of Power Rangers, the 10th year anniversary of it?
And it's an awesome, great question, and I answer it all the time, and I love answering that question because when Mighty Morphin debuted in 1993 here in the States, if anybody's not familiar, Super Sentai in Japan is where it came from. That's what they call Power Rangers in Japan, is Super Sentai. That debuted, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, 1975. Uh, and, you know, I was a freshman in high school. So through the years, I heard Power Rangers. I just heard it, the kids' TV show. I was like, all right, cool. Never watched it, obviously. And so, when I moved out to California, I got an agent, got a manager, and I auditioned for Time Force the year before me. I auditioned
Really?
for Time Force, and I did, yeah, I didn't get the part, obviously, and so they brought me back the next year. Agent calls, hey, Power Rangers wants you to audition. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, all right, yeah, the kids TV show. All right, cool, whatever. And so it was a grueling audition experience. We were 7 or 8 auditions, and we started I started in the fall. So backtrack a little bit. The other 5 had already gotten casted, and well, some were replaced. They can tell their story, but yes, there were some that were replaced. Anne Marie Crouch replaced the original princess, and then Jack Guzman replaced the original Black Ranger on the show for Danny, the Iron Bison. And I don't know the extent of the stories on that. I have no idea. All I know is I showed up after they had been filming. They started in November. I showed up, I think, in late January or something like that. But we had so many auditions that we hit Christmas hiatus break. Everybody, for holidays and whatever. And so right after everything kicked back up in January, they called my agent again and said, hey, we want to see him one more time. I think we just need to see him one more time, whatever. My agent was like, dude, you've seen him like 7 or 8 times. You got him on camera. You've seen him do kicks or doing whatever he does, whatever. If you don't like him, then whatever. But if you want to hire him, hire him. Other than that, stop. I'm not going to use the language, but stop calling me. And they were like, okay, he's hired. And so I got the call. Yeah, hey, you're a Power Ranger. And again, I didn't understand the extent of the universe of Power Rangers at the time. I just never watched it. So got up on set, went in there, and I was doing some things that were, I guess, the executive producer had to come down and say, hey, what you're doing works for a 2-hour movie, but this is a kids' TV show. You need to be a little over the top. And I was like, oh, man, but I had to try and wing it through that. And then I got a call like about a month later. I got a call up to the executive producer's office, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I'm about to get fired. And I got up there and they said, well, we have something for you. And I said, what's that? And then they gave me my action figure with my face on it, turn it around so it features the real actor's face. And I'm sitting there looking at this. I'm like, this might be a big deal. And so, I try to start, yeah, exactly. I was like, this might be a big deal. Not a lot of people get their own faces on a toy, or something like that, So, it was a very humbling experience, and uh, you know, I rolled with the punches on that, and I try to adjust to it, and made great friends. I mean, I literally was. right before we got on this, I was on the phone with Jack Guzman. I mean, we're still good friends to this day. All of us are still good friends to this day, and it's just amazing what you know something and whether it's film, whether it's this job or this job or this job, it's amazing what kind of friends you can meet in life and still be friends 25 plus years later, maybe even to the end of your life. It's just that great, and it sunk right in once we all started hanging out and everything, and started, it was the greatest experience of my life. So to answer your question, the greatest experience of my life, and I never would have thought 23 years later that, doing Comic Cons, that people are still into this, and they are, and it's just great meeting fans and seeing all the cosplays, people dressed up and everything. I mean, it's amazing. So yeah.
So yeah, maybe we might guess your other ranger, the other Wild Force Rangers on this in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm sure we can work something out. Whatever. We'll see. We'll reach out and all that good jazz and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, that so the character Merrick, we first saw him as Zenaku. Of course, he later on split. A few episodes, like when he was defeated, he became Merrick, and then like Zenaku became like a more separate character. Uh, so how does it feel that your character started off as a more of a org type character? Since we had evil rangers before, but they started off as rangers already.
Right. Um. Well, I always thought it was cool because again, I think I was blessed of having not only being the sixth ranger and having two characters. Zinaku being your alter ego, or as I like to put it, even though I'm not the writer, but as I put it, Zinaku's in his head and doesn't exist. That's my interpretation of that. But then again, that's different from the writers. Uh, but it's really cool because it's 3,000 years ago, and then all of a sudden awakens this or whatever, and then just breaks out of the shell, becomes Merrick, and then becomes the Lunar Wolf, and I thought it was really super cool. I did not like wearing that warrior outfit. It was so the boots they made I had to wear on that. They were grueling. They were not the most comfortable boots. I can tell you that right now. Um, so when got rid of the warrior and then bingo, I got the leather jacket and the leather pants and everything. I was like, dude, this is sweet. And even all the other rangers on set, all the other cast members, like, dude, this is awesome. Like I'm like, yeah, man, I got blessed with all this, and I still have the same jacket, and I bring it to shows, and I have it hanging up. I'll even take pictures with it, with fans and stuff. They were very particular what they would let us keep at the end of the show. Why, I have no idea. But I wasn't even allowed to keep my actual spandex suit, which we only wore, I think, for about maybe 2-3 times, maybe 4 for the green screen. Other than that, it was Japanese stunt doubles in that. We had it in our contracts that we couldn't do a lot of stunts because it was union. It was Screen Actors Guild union, as opposed to Mighty Morphin when they were non-SAG. So a lot of them had to do a lot of hours, like 16, 17-hour days, their own stunts, all that kind of stuff. So I feel bad for them, but yeah, we lucked out on that, and yeah, it was it was the character was amazing. It was really cool. It was just dark. Uh, you know, he played in a pool hall. He didn't want to be associated with the Rangers unless the bugs started attacking. Then he'd go and help them out, and then be like, "All right, cool. See you guys later. I'm going to do my own thing." It was a great character. I loved it. I just when I did my notes and I wrote everything down and went in there and started kind of filming, they had to tell me to tone it down a little bit because it's a kids TV show, not a 2 hour movie, and that's what really bummed me out. But I adjusted to it, and again, happy. Have no complaints. I love it.
Yeah. So forgive me. I'm actually kind of tired right now.
Oh, you're good, Avi. No, yeah, you're good.
So
You
the Lunar Wolf Ranger's like main weapon. It's like I believe it's like a bowling cue, and then like one of your final strikes is like you use your three orbs, the animal orbs, and then you use it to play billiards or pool.
yeah. So yeah, it's like a pool stick that turns into a sword, almost like a striking sword. But and then my animal crystals, which is a wolf, alligator, and a hammerhead, and yeah, you use those, and then that helps me go into Megazord mode and go out and kick a bunch of bugs butts. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So uh, the other thing is, did you watch the Sentai version of Wild Force?
I did. Yes. Uh, 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 it, so you do know the reboot is coming out. They're going to start
Yes,
shooting
I
it in the
know.
UK in January, right? I don't know anything about it. I don't know the cast. I don't know what the story is. I hope they go more Super Sentai on this, meaning more for anybody that hasn't seen Super Sentai, watch it. I mean, it's amazing. It's basically it's more of a PG-13 version of Power Rangers. It's not Saturday morning kids TV. That's for sure. I mean, Philip Jean Marie, who was the Max, the Blue Ranger, in my season, the Shark Ranger. He got acid burned on his face or something and he got killed, but he was brought back to life. But I was like, dude, what's up with that? I was like, man, this is awesome. And not only that, but you know, I was in Japan last December and I went to the Super Sentai Cafe restaurant there and I announced who I was. They didn't know because they didn't speak English, and so I said America no Gao Silver and pointed at me, and they were like, huh? I said America no Gao Silver. No, huh? I was like, all right, hold on 1 second. So I went in there and got a couple of my 8x10 prints, brought them up there, and they're like, oh, this is oh my, I mean, they were excited, and so they brought the same plaque that's on this huge, gigantic wall of all the Japanese actors, and and they brought it out for me there to sign that wall. I don't think anybody else has been over there to sign. I know JDF went over there, but he didn't sign. He went there to the studios to meet everybody and stuff like that. So it was an honor to go over there to be well, Allison Kipperman Sullivan, the Yellow Ranger in my season, her and I went over there, and it was an honor to go over there and just do that and see Tokyo. And I mean, we were in Okinawa doing that, but going back to Tokyo, seeing the restaurant and just all the customs that are there. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is cool. But I mean, the food was amazing.
Okay, so um, Wild Force actually aired on both uh, Fox Kids as well as ABC Family or Disney.
Correct.
So technically, this season is part Saban, part Disney, and the last season that was filmed in the US before I guess the Fortnite collab.
Was us. Yes. Yeah, we were the last ones in LA. So yeah, because yeah, Disney bought it from Saban. The whole crew, everybody knew that they were looking for new jobs after the season ended. I mean, not for us. We were only scheduled for or cast for 1 year. Uh, and so yeah, they moved it to New Zealand until the very end. What was it, Cosmic Fury, I believe, in
Yes.
'23. And uh, the sad thing is with that is that, and I'll talk to Adam and Jorge when we're at conventions from Ninja Storm. Is that we never got to do a crossover episode, and that's a bummer. That was a real bummer right there because with Time Force, it was great. I mean, you had the veteran Vernon Wells. I mean, you've seen a lot of '80s action movies and just countless amount of stuff. And the guy in real life, is just a teddy bear. And Vernon's really cool. And then Jason Faunt, Aaron Cahill, Copan, all those guys, they were really cool. They just gave us tips. Hey, this is what happened with us last year. Do it this way. And so we all got along. It was really cool. So even when we go to the big Ranger cons, I mean, we all just sit there and give each other hugs and stuff like that. It's a really super tight community. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, it was kind of sad that Wild Force and Ninja Storm never got a crossover. But like, oh, because they moved to New Zealand, it's gonna be a little bit harder
Yeah.
to.
No.
Yeah. So
No, yeah.
I think
It, it,
let's
it,
move on.
yeah, well, with that too is that they made it non-union, non-SAG, Screen Actors Guild. So that's the point there. They couldn't get any of us over there because we would have gotten in a lot of trouble with the union if we would have done that. Uh, Maybe had to pay some fines, or even being kicked off, or how much was the pay going to be, or there's a lot of variables involved in that whole thing, and that's why they knew that they couldn't do it. If it was that easy, they would have done it. They would have flown us down there, but at the time, I don't know about today's standards because I'm not I don't act anymore. I left that back in like '06, '07. So I don't know how everything works really right now. I still know the union's involved, and if you do something outside the union when you're in the union and you have your card, you're in a lot of trouble. So yeah.
So let's move on to like, oh, what's like now after Wild Force. So after Wild Force, did you like check out Power Rangers after the fact?
No, no. Again, and a lot of Rangers will from other seasons. I mean, they'll tell you this. I mean, it's like, hey, we just went in there to film. We don't know the whole structure of the franchise. I went in there and filmed, and that was it. I never watched any other series. It wasn't that big to me until all the cons started. When did they start? About like '09, 10 or something. I think I went to my first one in 14, and that was my first realization of like, wow, I had no idea. And so since then, I've been trying to catch up and get more in touch with the universe of Power Rangers and everything. And it's been great. I mean, there's 30 seasons, but meeting other Rangers at other conventions is great. It's just like, oh my gosh, wow, what season were you in? This one, all right, cool. How was your experience? How was it? And everything. And that's my joy right there is meeting other Rangers from other seasons, and then now knowing what that is and catching up through the years. And you know when you get older, you don't have a lot of time on your hands. You're just so much more busier. So uh getting that free time to kind of go back and do that. But that's why I do Twitch. When I do my Twitches, I'll go in there. Now I can't watch it all together because I'm reading everybody's comments, trying to watch that, but or talk to them and then watch at the same time. But getting back into the universe of Power Rangers, and it's a beauty. I love it. It's great. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's truly great. When you heard that, oh, they're re-releasing Mighty Morphin again with like AI enhanced, what was your reaction to that?
What with what now?
Um, oh, you don't know. So like Mighty Morphin got like re-released again, like but like it's now been like AI upskilled or something.
Well, I know it was re-released on like Fortnite, the game or whatever. We're actually supposed to be playing that here pretty soon, and I haven't played a video game in 15 years, so this it might be pretty it might be embarrassing on my end, but no, I did not know. I'm sure AI now has a lot of stuff. It's kind of scary. AI is a little scary. I know it has some good chops with it right now, but at the same time, it could end up to be a very scary thing. Other than that, I have not seen the AI Power Ranger thing. No.
Honestly, when a lot of people, including myself, saw it, like some people said it would look worse than the original.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Just graphics were just overboard, or what?
It looks like it just had like a filter on. Like I
Yeah, too
released
much
a
filter.
TikTok like comparing
There
the
you
two,
go.
and then people
Too-
think like they're the same footage.
There's my wolf right there. Eh,
Ah,
Nero,
that is so
Nero.
cute.
There's my wolf. Nero, what are you doing? Well, ooh, to you too. All right, hold on one second. Give me 1 second. All right. Wolf and a
That's
wolf.
a really cute wolf.
Wait a second, please. Well, I'm talking to somebody. You don't owe me. All right, cool. All right. Sorry about that.
So yeah, fans thought it looked the same. I released a TikTok like comparing the two, and people think it's the same footage.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. So nobody sees the filters in there or anything like that. They
like
think it's just the same.
yeah, they think it's the same. Now that we on the subject of the Fortnite collaboration, which you reacted on your YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
I saw the video. What did you think of it?
Hold on. I'm just trying to get that. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. Go for it. All right, what was the
Uh,
question again?
so again, you already reacted to like the Fortnite collaboration on your channel.
Yes.
Like, did you already buy the skins?
Do I know?
Like, did you already get the outfits?
Oh God, no! Oh no! I think I'm going on tomorrow with Jim Kelly. He's a friend of ours, buddy. Give me a second. I mean, hold on. One. Um, no, we see. I have no idea. Like, I'm going on this like blindfold on and blindfold comes off, and then I'm like, what button do I push? Because again, I haven't played a video game in like 15 years, so I have no idea what outfits you're talking about or anything like that. But we're trying to get them to add the Lunar Wolf to it. But I'll figure this out, and maybe I'll get back in the video game world. But no, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully they add like the whole Wild Force team to Fortnite soon.
Yeah. Hey, Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I guess to close things off,
Close it!
w- sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Dogs drive me crazy, and I don't want to. Can you get Nero, please?
So to I
I'm,
guess
I'm
to close things off,
sorry.
like the current state of Power Rangers isn't really looking the greatest. Like the main series has ended in 2023, and now they're rebooting it. There's like multiple reports of multiple reboots happening. Like the Paramount one, like I don't know what happened to that. Like of course the Disney Plus reboot that's gonna be filming next year.
Hmm.
What do you think about the current state of Power Rangers?
Well, I think it's kind of funny how they say, "Hey, we're gonna reboot it" when it just ended 2 years ago. It's just like saying, "Hey, Superman or Batman or whatever, we're gonna reboot it" when you did the last movie like 2 years ago. So you get like four different actors playing Superman or Batman role in the span of like 10 years or whatever. I'm like, that's just ridiculous in itself. I'm sorry, I hold superhero movies to a certain extent, and that was me growing up, and there wasn't one that came out every other weekend. Now there's one that comes out every it seems like almost every other weekend, like two a month or something. It's just gigantic CGI whatever kind of thing, and they're going to call reboot this, reboot that, and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, to me, you're saturating it. But for them to redo it, I really hope they do it the right way. And what I mean by that, I believe I said this earlier. I hope they go more PG-13, like a Super Sentai from like Japan. I really hope they go more Super Sentai with this.
Yes, we can hope.
And and yeah, and what happened there? And not only that, but you know, I think as if they're very successful with the writing and how they produce everything on this, I think down the line, once it picks up, you start bringing cameos from Rangers from
Yes.
from the old school. Hopefully, I can make it in there, but you bring in cameos, just short cameos here and there, and then maybe that leads into a normal thing. But let them do their thing first. Let them go out and do their thing first, and then uh, and then venture out and do the start doing cameos. That's going to bring their ratings in big time. But if they stick to the Super Sentai PG-13 version, I think it's going to be more successful. Other than that, why do the same thing that you did for 30 years? Why reboot it 2 years later and do the same thing you did 30 years later? It makes no sense. So do something different with it. Get creative. Um, Obviously now the spandex outfits are going to be obviously awesome, like the 17 movie version, whatever, which I never saw. I just heard it was not very good. But if you can do
I
something
haven't seen
like
that.
that, yeah, I think it'd be awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, we have to end the episode at one point. So thank you, Philip, for joining us.
Hey,
And
Abby,
be our
thank
first
you so
guest.
much, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure, dude, and I hope your audience loves this, guys. Follow me, Phillip Andrew official, and then I've got Twitch. I got all that kind of stuff. We do Twitch every Wednesday. We used to do it on Tuesdays. We're doing it on Wednesdays. We'll be watching Power Ranger episodes, and we'll be commenting on them, and then I will be answering personal, you know, uh, comments from you as well. And it's a fun time. Get on lunarwolf.shop, buy some apparel. Any If you're a big Lunar Wolf, Howling Wolf fan, buy that. You'll also see my schedule where I'm at and all that good stuff. And Abby, thank you very much for having me. It's awesome. It's so super cool. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
go check out Philip's socials. It will be in the link in the description, so it's a little bit easier. And yeah, I guess that's the first episode.
Yeah.
You can watch us on Spotify 2 days early. It's actually gonna drop on Spotify first, and then we're gonna release it on YouTube afterwards.
Oh, I love it. I love it too. And then we'll connect you too on my YouTube as well. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, Abi, man, you take it easy, and thank you for having me again, and to all the fans out there that are watching right now, thank you guys for being fans. I appreciate it, and Wild Access.
Yeah, Wild Access, everyone.
All right.
Watching. See you guys next time.
All right, take it easy, Abi.